Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and we're going to take a look at a gaming keyboard and mouse from GAMDIAS. This is the Ares and the Ares, I believe is how you pronounce it. It looks like Ourea, but this is the Ares mouse, and this is the keyboard. Now, for any of you that don't know, I've actually been a gamer for a very long time. In fact, I used to play hours and hours of Counter-Strike, so I went and revisited that using this on a Windows computer and a Mac. I figured I'd try it out just to see what it was like, but it really shines on Windows. So here you can see this is the keyboard itself, and it's backlit, and it's really nice. You can't really see the backlight too much here, but we can change the color of it just as you'd expect. But one of the features of this is it's pretty inexpensive. This one isn't particularly mechanical. It's around $35, and the mouse is around $35, depending where you buy it. It's an optical mouse. They also offer it in laser, but we'll talk about those more in a minute. Let's first talk about the keyboard. Now, the keyboard has a processor in it, 320 kilobytes of memory. It's got macro keys, 16.8 million colors, different structure for 4 layers. It's really sturdy, has quite a few different really nice features. So one of the few features that I see on other gaming keyboards is an enormous wrist rest. Now there's wrist rest, but this one's pretty enormous. Let me put it on here. This is the wrist rest. It's magnetic. You can see there's a magnet here and here, and it just sits like that. So if you want to use it like this as a normal keyboard, you can. Although in using it for about 6 to 8 hours as a normal keyboard, I found that I prefer kind of a Microsoft Sculpt keyboard for typing, but this is far superior for gaming, so it just depends what you're doing. Now you can see we have all these assignable keys down here. Let me zoom in a little bit. We have these assignable keys, and depending on what you do with them really is up to you. So out of the box, one of them goes to their website. The other one disables the keys up here for typing and instead lets you use them for arrow keys. So depending on how you game, now I tend to game a little bit differently. I actually use the number pad and use this for jump, reload, or reload, depending on how I have it set up. I normally use this setup, but you can set it up however you want, and it works really well. One of the nice things is it's got a spill protection drain ports built in, and you can see on the bottom here, this is all for cable management too, so if you want to route this cable all through, you can. But basically, you've got these little ports right here, and over here, there's about 4 of them, I believe, right down the front. So if you were to spill some liquid on that, hopefully it won't damage your keyboard permanently. Now the other thing too is we've got rubber feet here, and this little foot here is also rubber coated, so it doesn't really slide around at all. It's built really well. It's very solid. I can flex it if I push really hard. But the other thing too is we've got a nice braided cable. They call this military grade, and it's pretty nice. It doesn't really get tangled, and then it's got a little Velcro tie for cable management. Really nice there. So I'm going to get this wrist rest out of the way and show you the throw on the keys is pretty good. You can see it's significant. It works pretty well, and it's pretty accurate. I find it's real fast, especially if you're doing macros or multiple shooting. Basically, you could jump 3 times in a row, shoot 3 times in a row. However you want to do it, it's up to you. Let's take a look at the mouse. Now this one doesn't have the braided cable. It is an optical mouse. It's fully programmable, and I'll show you the software in a moment, but it's fully programmable. You've got basically your forward or back button if you want it set up by default, but you can change it however you want. You can change the color of this wheel. You also have your DPI settings here. Again, customizable. It's got a nice feel to it. It's got a rubbery, soft feel to it, and it feels nice in the hand. So it sits pretty good like this. And my hands are quite large, so for most people it's going to feel even better, but we've got that. This is an optical sensor. It's not a laser, but let's go ahead and open this, and we can weight the mouse however you want. You've got 4 different weights that are 5 grams each that you can take out of there or leave in. I find it's a pretty nice weight myself. And then we lock it back in like that. So it feels pretty good. I've actually used this for about 8 hours, maybe 10 hours, just on a regular computer, as well as using it for gaming. And I really like it. It's very accurate, 2500 DPI, and it's built pretty well. I mean, it is plastic. It's got that nice hefty weight to it, but it's very accurate, I've found, and it really works very nice. Now, the software that they have is called Hera. Basically, all of their things are named after Greek mythology. So let's take a look at their software, and I'll show you what you can customize with that. Here is GAMDIAS Hera, and this is actually their way you can customize all of the different features of the mouse and keyboard. You can see here's the mouse, here's the keyboard, and there's a million different things you can do. So you have different DPI levels for the optical sensor. You also have different polling rates and profile indicator brightness and indicator lights. This changes the lights on the wheel itself. That's just the things on this page. Then if we go to macro management, we can do all sorts of macros. We also have muscle memory and update, as you'd expect. Now on the keyboard side, we also have key assignments, macro management again, keyboard luminance, and we can customize this however we want. We can assign sounds and timers. We can edit sound files, timer settings, muscle memory, and again, update support. And each one of these has, well, here's 10 profiles, and then on the mouse we have 6 profiles. So we can set this up however we'd like for whoever's using it. Now that you've seen the software, I actually changed the scroll wheel here to purple. But you can change that around however you'd like. I can change it to whatever you want, and you'll see it change here in just a second. See, I changed it again back to blue. Maybe we want it yellow. We can change it to yellow. Really nice. Now this software, I haven't been able to find it on a Mac. So if you want to customize, you can't use it there. I don't imagine many people will be gaming on a Mac, but I thought I'd just mention that as well. You also have Windows key or gaming key lockouts and things. And it's really, for the price, a very, very nice keyboard. The amount of customization and the feel of the keyboard, these are a little bit rubberized keys as well, is really, really nice. For your average gamer or even hardcore gamer, I think this should really do a nice job. Now they do offer a mechanical keyboard. It's a bit more expensive, but for the price, I don't think you're going to beat this combination here of this mouse, this keyboard. It's really a very good value, and everything is so well made. It's pretty surprising given the price. So I definitely recommend it. Be sure to check them out. I'll leave a link to them in the description below, and I'll leave a link to some of their different websites and media, things like that. So they're definitely worth checking out. They have a bunch of different products as well, from gaming headsets to different mice if you want something different or different shaped. Whatever you want, they've probably got it for you, and a pretty reasonable price as well. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.